Hard to imagine this is the sixth college football Saturday of the season. I mean, it just seems like it was kicking off a few weeks ago. Hey, we're going to need college football because it doesn't look like there's any NBA in sight, right? Hey guys, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Saturday video report. Plenty of ground to cover here in the next few minutes. I've got 4 free selections coming your way. Western Michigan and Bowling Green in my all-time favorite conference, the Mid-American, and I say that with a definite hint of sarcasm. You know I don't dip my toes into the MAC too often unless I absolutely love a game, and this is one of those occasions. Conference USA, Houston and East Carolina. I don't think the under is going to be the play in that game. And then Nevada and UNLV, plus a 2-team teaser for you as well, and a money-saving discount coupon code that'll save you 20% off your total purchase today. 20% off your total purchase. Guys, this could save you hundreds of dollars today by using this coupon code, plus all the details on how you can enter an absolutely free fantasy football league to play against me and hundreds, maybe thousands of you out there watching this video, and have a chance to win $300 of my money this weekend at DraftStreet.com. All that and more coming up in just a moment. You know, guys, I'm a firm believer with going with your gut instinct, going with that first impression. You know, last week in the college football card, I immediately circled Wisconsin against Nebraska in the Big Ten opener for both of those teams. And during the course of the week, I kept going to other games, but I kept coming right back to the Badgers. And you know, last Saturday, I came with them as my best bet. Another 15-dime play, which matches my highest rated play in college or pro football this season. And Wisconsin demolished Nebraska. Same thing on Sunday. The game that stood out was New Orleans getting the job done at Jacksonville. It wasn't easy, but the Saints got the win and covered. This week, there were 2 games that I immediately circled when the lines were announced. The first was the Oregon-Cal contest on Thursday night. The other was the Tennessee-Georgia game today. Well, you know, thanks to that California receiver, as time expired, as the ball was coming down in his hands in the end zone, dropping it and watching it fall to the turf, giving Oregon the cover and the win. That was another 15-dime winner for me on Thursday night, my Pac-12 game of the year. I am now 15-7 with those 15-dime plays, which once again match my highest rated releases in college and pro football this season. 15-7 with them overall, and that dates back to the beginning of preseason NFL football. Well, I told you I had 2 games circled. The first was Oregon-Cal. The other one is Tennessee-Georgia. It's another 15-dime play today, and it's my SEC game of the year. It's my only selection that I am wagering on today, and that's my best bet on today's card. Now, guys, there are a couple of other hot handicappers for you to be aware of as well. You know Matt Rivers has been absolutely on fire here of late. I mean, those 300,000 star plays. 6-1 now. 6-1 with 300,000 star plays in college football this season after cashing in with Oregon. Today, dropping a bomb, upping the ante, 500,000 star road warrior game of his career. Guys, these 500,000 star bombs, which are his highest rated plays, lifetime, all sports combined, 35, 23, and 2 with those releases. So you might want to check out Matt Rivers today. Dom Chambers, another 80-dime play. You know how hot he has been with those 80-dime releases over the past 3 weeks in college and pro. You might want to consider that as well. And Scott Delaney, 80-dime game of the year going today. 80-dime game of the year, 3-0 with 80-dime releases last season. His first in college football this year going today. You can scroll down the homepage and check those all out. Let's get to the first free pick, guys. It's going to be your 2 o'clock Eastern time kickoff between Western Michigan and Bowling Green. The Broncos playing at home are a 10-point favorite in here. Now, you've got 2 3-2 teams. Okay, they're both 3-2 on the season, but that's where the similarities end. You know, Western Michigan's 2 losses, nothing to be ashamed of, on the road against Big Ten powers, Illinois and Michigan. Now, last week, Western Michigan went to Connecticut. Not that UConn is that good of a team, but they went on the road and they went outright 38-31 as a 3-point dog at UConn. Their quarterback, Alex Carter, another great game, 37 for 51, 479 yards. That's a career high in 5 touchdown passes in the contest. Last year, he had 4 TD tosses and a 41-7 road win against Bowling Green as a 7-point road chalk in that one. As for Bowling Green, they got demolished against a Big East rival last week, West Virginia, rolling over them 55-10. Bowling Green, they were getting 19. They would have needed 39 points to cover in that game. guys. They gave up 643 total yards, 360 on the ground. Also didn't help their cause that they turned the ball over 5 times. This is the 3rd straight road game for Bowling Green. I don't see what's going to stop Western Michigan. They are going to throw the ball relentlessly in this contest. I say go ahead, lay the 10 points with Western Michigan and get yourself a free pick winner. Now listen, guys, your money-saving discount coupon code today is going to be simply 20 Saturday. The number 20 and the word Saturday. No space between 20 and Saturday. It will get you 20% off your total purchase price today. Now, let me explain to those of you that might be newcomers. This is different than when Friday I gave you a $20 off coupon. No. 20% off your total purchase. You've got to put everything in your shopping cart at one time today in order to take advantage of this coupon. You can mix and match. You don't have to buy my play, but let's say you buy my play today, my SEC Game of the Year on Tennessee, Georgia. Let's say you go over and buy Scott Delaney's play as well. How about if you want to go buy Dom Chambers' package that'll get all his action through the Super Bowl, which, I think costs like $1,400. You put everything in your shopping cart at one time, and then you use that coupon code, again, 20 Saturday, and you will save 20% off your total purchase price. Again, as I alluded to earlier in this report, if you're picking up a handicapper's plays for a month, 60 days, 100 days through the Super Bowl, most of the Super Bowl packages, for example, are right around $1,500 or so. Do you realize you would save close to $300 if a package costs you $15? 20% would give you a $300 savings. 20% off your total purchase price. If you've ever thought about making a commitment to one handicapper or buying any type of long-term package, whether it's a handicapper, it's insider money moves, whatever it is, this is the time to do it. But remember, you have to do it all in one purchase. You can't come in and buy my plays at 10 o'clock in the morning and then come by and buy Chris Jordan's at 12 o'clock. The coupon's only good once, guys, so use it wisely. Save 20%. I hope you save a bloody fortune. Now, next free pick is going to be, and again, that coupon code is an easy one, 20 Saturday. Your next free pick is going to be Houston minus the 11.5 at home against East Carolina, 7 o'clock Eastern Time kickoff. Cougars were darn lucky to hold on for a 49-42 win at UTEP last week. As a matter of fact, I used the Miners as a free pick in that game. 710 yards of total offense in this contest against the Miners. Listen, now they're back home laying double digits. That's generally not a problem. Cougars 5-1-1 against the spread, their last 7 as a double-digit home chalk. Case Keenum certainly recovered from that knee injury that detonated his season a year ago. 14 touchdown passes, just 2 interceptions, guiding the nation's #1 offense, averaging 610 yards a game. That's the good news. The bad news is the Cougars can't stop anybody. They are ranked 92nd in the country in defense, but they're outscoring everybody. They are a perfect 5-0 this season, already at home this year. Beat UCLA 38-34 in a game that really wasn't as close as the final score indicated. Also beat up a cupcake, Georgia State 56-0. Sorry, all you Georgia State fans out there. Oh, I'm sorry, there are none. Okay, continuing. East Carolina coming off a 35-20 loss against North Carolina a week ago. Of course, the Pirates shot themselves in the foot with 4 turnovers in that contest. The week prior, though, and listen, I haven't lost many college plays this year, but the week prior, I went with East Carolina at home, and they were laying 16.5 points against an overmatched UAB squad, and they struggled to win that game 28-23. This is the same team that lost after blowing a big double-digit lead to South Carolina home, 56-37, lost at home to Virginia Tech 17-10, and VTech isn't that good this year, as we've seen. So I say go ahead, lay the points with Houston, and go with the Cougars in this one. Now, your next play is going to be Nevada, minus 20.5 points over UNLV. Home opener for the Wolfpack. I was kind of impressed with how they hung tough at Boise State last week, even though the Broncos were playing in revenge, playing at home. It was just a 30-10 finale. Prior to that, they dropped a heartbreaker in Lubbock against Texas Tech, losing in the closing seconds 35-34, blowing a big lead in that game. They're off to a 1-3 start, but again, this is their home opener in Reno. They have won 6 straight games in this series straight up, 5 in a row versus the spread, 3-0 straight up and ATS. The last 3 times UNLV has visited Reno. Chris Alt in his second reincarnation as the Wolfpack head coach, 21-7 -1.7 against the spread as a home favorite. And what do you make of this UNLV team? I mean, they opened the season 51-17 losers at Wisconsin. They got the back door, but who cares, right? Following week, they go to Washington State, get destroyed by the Cougars 59-7. Come back home in week number 3. They're getting 17.5 points against Hawaii. They pulled a major upset, one of the biggest upsets this season. They win it by 20 points, 40-20. You think they have momentum, and then they go out in the very next game. They're a 9.5-point favorite against Southern Utah. I'm talking Southern Utah. I'm not talking about LSU or Alabama here, guys. And they lose 41-16 to Southern Utah. They've lost 11 consecutive games on the road by 23 points or more. They're 2-13 against the spread, their last 15 on the road overall. So I say in this particular game, you go ahead and lay it with Nevada at home. Before I get to the two-team teaser, guys, listen. It's not too early to go ahead and get your entry in and start building your NFL team for the weekend over at DraftStreet.com. $300 free contest, $300 of my money at stake. Top 7 players finish in the money. I finished in the top 7 last week. I didn't win it, so I'm out to beat you again, guys. It's $300 of my money. Top 7 finish in the money. It's a free entry. Go to DraftStreet.com. Simply use my last name, DeMarco. DeMarco, you can see how to spell it at the top of the page, guys, right? Go to DraftStreet.com, enter DeMarco. That gets you entry into the league. You have $100,000 as a mythical bankroll. You play general manager. You draft a couple quarterbacks, a couple running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end. My God, the guy that won it last week, I think he drafted half the Green Bay Packers. Donald Driver and Randall Cobb and Aaron Rodgers and Jermichael Finley. And then he took the Packers as his team as well for defensive and special team stats. So you go over there. You have until 1 o'clock Eastern Time on Sunday to finalize your rosters, but nothing stops you from doing it early. Check it out, DraftStreet.com. DeMarco is the entry code. $300 at stake. And remember, the league is determined right after the Monday night game between the Bears and the Lions. That's when the payoff is. Top 7 finish in the money. Okay, teasers. I like teasers. You know that. I don't like parlays. I love teasers. As long as they're two-team teasers where you're just playing with 6 points. I'm not into the 3, 4, or exotic teams teasers where you get a boatload of points. But as we know, mathematically, the odds are certainly stacked against you when you're having more teams in a teaser, no matter how many points you get. A standard two-teamer today. Why not go with LSU, bringing the Tigers and Baton Rouge down to 7.5 against the Florida team, minus their starting quarterback, Brantley, who's out injured. Why not play LSU straight up? Well, have you seen the Tigers' offense this season? And consider this. They're 3-17-1 against the spread. Their last 21 games at home in SEC play. They're 9-22. Their last 31 in Baton Rouge versus the odds makers. So take the 6 points off. I think they're a good play at laying 7.5 to 8 against Florida. And then I would team LSU with Temple. 2 weeks ago, Temple goes to Maryland and kicks the Terrapins' ass. Last week, they got their asses kicked at home by Toledo. Now, they're at Ball State today. This is a Ball State team that is 2-12 against the spread its last 14 line games at home. Temple's covered 15 of its last 22 despite last week's loss. You can take Temple down to a 3.5-point favorite in this game. I think they win it. Like I said, Temple and LSU. Thought about perhaps putting Houston in there at 3.5 instead of Temple, but I think Temple LSU is a good two-team teaser. Good luck, everybody. Remember, 20% discount coupon code is going to be 20 Saturday, and I will be catching you again on Sunday morning. Good luck, guys.